Namaskar, welcome to DNN Voice of Nation and you are watching Prime News. Jaishankar advocates UN reform using BCCI's formula vertical bar Raisina Dialogue highlights. Join us as we delve into India's proactive stance on UN reform, highlighted by Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar during the Raisina Dialogue. Discover how Jaishankar emphasizes the need for equitable representation and discusses innovative solutions, including insights drawn from the world of cricket. Explore the implications of India's push for reform within global diplomatic circles. From the Raisina Dialogue to the G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro, Jaishankar raised the issue of reform in UN for the second consecutive day, said to find solution based on BCCI's formula. On Friday, India raised the issue of reform of the United Nations Act to major global diplomatic forums. On one hand, on the platform of Raisina Dialogue, India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar raised the issue of reform in the United Nations Security Council. At the same time, Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan strongly pushed this issue in the meeting of foreign ministers of G20 organization in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. On Thursday also, Jaishankar had raised the issue of reform in the United Nations from the platform of Raisina Dialogue. During the discussion in a session of Raisina Dialogue, on one hand, the External Affairs Minister took very seriously the issue of reforming the United Nations and giving rightful share to the developing countries in it, while on the other hand, in a light manner, he talked about the ranking of international cricket and the Board of Control for Cricket in India BCCI. He also talked about finding a solution on the basis of BCCI's formula. A day earlier, in another session on the same platform, the External Affairs Minister had talked about agreeing on the reform of the United Nations Security Council as an international game. Even on Friday, Jaishankar took a dig at the politics of building consensus. In fact, according to the existing provisions of the United Nations, there is a need to build consensus before even considering reform. This is being considered the biggest obstacle in the path of reform. During the conversation, Jaishankar mentioned India's G20 presidency and told how the African Union was included in it as a permanent member. The foreign minister said, if G20 can be expanded, then the permanent membership of the United Nations Security Council can also be increased. Jaishankar said Russia is a power with a vast tradition of statecraft and is now turning towards Asia or the non-Western part of the world. On the question related to Russia's growing closeness to China, the foreign minister said that it would be logical to give Russia many options, and giving it only one option and then criticizing it for it would be like fulfilling the prophecy itself. They said, today it is important for other countries, especially the countries of Asia, to maintain relations with Russia. Jaishankar said that the policies of the West are bringing Russia and China closer.